This by far has been the easiest, cheapest, and best build I have done in my garage. Well, it's the only build I've done so far in my garage. Hey everybody, welcome to Salt Life Builds. My name is Drew. I'm a general contractor who creates DIY how-to videos and step-by-step projects for you to follow along to. Now this video has been broken down into two parts. The first part that I'm going to show you right now is how I created this accent wall out of old pallets. And the second part is how I created this DIY miter saw workbench. But without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and create this accent wall. All right, so me and Wrigley, we just hopped in the truck. He's in his crate right now. I think he's laying down, taking a little nap. But we're in the driveway and we're about to head out, get some free pallets off the side of the road, and using that wood, we should be able to have enough to make the accent wall. I don't want to pay any money, so we're gonna try to do this all for free. All right, here we go. Now, when I'm looking for free pallets, I always start on Facebook Marketplace. A ton of businesses use pallets and then they just throw them away when they're all done. So it's not terribly hard to get your hands on some. If you are going to be picking up pallets, make sure you grab the ones that are in the best shape. It's always a bummer when you get home and realize that half of your pallets are unusable due to broken slats. And finally, always put back the ones you don't use. Never leave a mess, and always be respectful to the people who are letting you remove them. After they're strapped down and you get back home, the fun can begin. There are so many different ways to break down a pallet. It honestly just comes down to your preference and the tools you're willing to use, but these ones came apart relatively easy. Others, on the other hand, were an absolute pain.
Come on. Holy. Oh.
But if you stick with it, you'll have a really nice pile of wood an hour or so later. For my wall, I wanted to break it up into 3 equal sections. And for that, I'm gonna be using 1x6 pine boards that I stripped to 5.5 inches. I measured out where they were gonna go, and then I pinned them all with an 18 gauge brad nailer. Once the frame has been pinned in, it's time to take all of those pallet pieces that you broke down earlier and use them to fill in the empty space. Now, truth be told, this is the part of the video that I have been regretting the most. Why, you might ask? Well, as a YouTube creator, I like to break down what I'm doing in the video as it's playing so it's easier to follow along. The problem that I'm having is, one, filling in an accent wall takes a really long time, but there's only 3 steps: measuring, cutting, pinning. And then you do it again and again and again. And the second problem is I accidentally deleted 80% of the footage of me filling in the accent wall. Yeah. However, like I said before, you're not really missing much because all you're doing is measuring your boards, cutting them to length, and pinning them in. And when it's all said and done, you get this beautiful accent wall that didn't cost you a single penny, but also looks amazing. But like I said before, the accent wall was not the end goal. I also needed to create a miter saw DIY workshop table that I can use for all of my builds in the future. And if you want to see how I created that, you can go ahead and click right here, or here, or here. It's in one of the corners. I always forget which corner it is. There, covered them all.